So, good morning everyone, and we're here for dual purpose when we get into the second part later on, but I thought it was very important to come together today to highlight some of the stuff that's going on. It's not like Dr. Whalen and I like to do this every day to get out, but it's important. So some of the information we're going to share to you and what direction we think we're going in. But I do want to say, sadly, a woman in her 90s with underlying health conditions last night passed away. So that means 143 people in Albany County now have come to side with COVID-19. So to the family, my prayers and condolences go out to you. To the other 142 families, my prayers and condolences are with you too. So it's a hard time for any family, and unfortunately we're starting to go into a different direction. So today marks 248 days. It's been 34 weeks since our first COVID-19 back in March 12th. And we're going into week 35, and next week will be 7 months. And if you asked me 7 months ago if we'd still be standing here, I would have said no. But today we have 3,858 positive cases of the coronavirus in Albany County, 1,311 people under mandatory quarantine now, and we have an increase today of 69 positive cases. And the reason why I say that, not since April 29th have we had close to that number, and that was in the beginning when we were seeing well over that number, 70s, 80s, and but the fact that we have 69 for today is very alarming. May 20th we had 71, so them 2 dates were the closest that we can get to where we're at today. We had 44 new positives yesterday, 43 on Thursday, 31 on Wednesday, 29 on Tuesday. So you can see we're going up, and we're hoping we're starting to trend in the right direction and go down. Yes, I will say this to everyone that sends a Facebook question. We are testing more. Yes, more people are getting tested. It doesn't mean that's why we're getting a more positive number. It's just, now people, all the convenience of going to get tested, people are going. And, and we do encourage that. But out of the positives, 25 had close contact, 22 positive case. 6 are healthcare workers, and 6 people had reported traveling. 32 didn't have a clear source of infection at this time. And that's the other question we get. Why is that number clear source? We can't show a clear source. It's the people aren't being honest with us most of the time. They're not being truthful where they're at, if they're at a party, because that means our health department, who Dr. Whalen's team does an awesome job, will track them down and go through that party and everyone was there. That's like the domino effect. And it keeps spreading because people aren't being honest. So when you have 32 people, and they'll eventually start breaking it down to get closer, but that's one of the main reasons. So we're not going to have you arrested. We're not throwing you in jail. We just need you to be honest so we can do our job to stop the spread. And especially when you have mass gatherings, and we had Halloween we were worried about. We have the college kids coming back very shortly after Thanksgiving. Families are already talking about how they're going to get together. Governor Cuomo put out some great guidance. Do it via Zoom. Take this year off. 2020 shot anyway, let's face it. I mean, we're all going to be looking forward to 2021 and hoping it goes away and kind of laugh at this where we're at today. But we're not there yet. And we need people to continue to wear a mask, cough into your arm, clean your hands, and stay 6 feet apart. The reality is this. Yes, the flu season, hopefully go get your flu shots. We're not seeing as much flu, but people are wearing masks. So that's helping. It is helping. But again, you just look at what happened over in Boston. They're shutting down. They're making it mandatory in public. If you're walking by yourself, you have to wear a mask now. Bars and restaurants are closing at 9. So if you look at the guidance, what happened in Orange County when they had the hot spots go up, or around the state as they continue to go up, they're doing the red zone and the orange zone, and trying to prevent shutdown. So help us stay open. Help us support these mom and pops businesses, these restaurants that are barely surviving. And thank God for this good weather this week, so they can get another week of people being outside. Help us do that job. So out of 17,527 people that now have completed quarantine, 3,605 tested positive. We have 40 recoveries, which is good. And here's the other issue. There are currently 31 people hospitalized at this moment. The hospitalization rate is 0.80% of those who have tested positive yesterday. The rate yesterday was 0.73. 3 patients are currently in the ICU. Yesterday that number was 2. Over the last 5 days, there's been an average of 43.2 new positive cases, and before that was 34.4. The hospitalization is what we continue to look at, and if you look at the capital region, our hospitalization rate, the last was like 121 people back on May 12th of this year in the capital district. With all the, that's how they look at it. We have a dashboard. Please go to it, check it out. It has all the different numbers. The state's dashboard, the Times Union has a good thing on Bethany Bump's article. It breaks it down, and you can see the trend of hospitalization, and you can see the trend of the positive cases and what direction we're starting to go in, unfortunately. But we have to watch the hospitalizations because as that continues to grow, we are looking at why people are staying in the hospital longer now than they did in the beginning of this. We're not seeing as many people being intubated, which is good. We're on ventilators, which is good, but they're staying in the hospital longer. So please, So as I continue to tell everyone, I don't want to sound like a broken record. We need to work together in this. We need to be in a partnership together in this, and we'll get through this. Be part of the solution, not part of the problem. I know we're starting to get a lot of complaints about supermarkets and other things that people aren't wearing their mask, and people are getting mad that they're not enforcing it. They're trying. The workers are. I know the stores are. People are fatigued from this COVID-19, and they just are over it. It's not over us. It's here, and I know we're looking at getting a vaccine by the end of the year. Now I'll let Dr. Whalen talk about it. Now they're talking more towards the summer. So unfortunately, this is the new world we're in, and we have to work together to get it through. And again, I just want to say to everyone, it does take partnerships. And before I let Dr. Whalen go, I want to bring up a good partner, Mayor Sheehan, because in the beginning of this, we didn't know what we were being hit with. Everything kept changing. I kept saying, when the mayor and I talked and Liza and I talked, you make a decision, an hour later you're like, yeah, that's not the right decision. Or I talked to Dan Lynch, my deputy, and we go, okay, we got to change and we got to do a 180. And then again, and 3 days later it changed. It was something no one had to address before. And the many conversations in the beginning with the mayor about where we were going, doing different things, working together. I can't say it was, it was awesome partnership for your leadership in the city of Albany and talking to her all the time. And I did have to explain to my wife, I'm on the phone with the mayor, even though it was 11, 12 o'clock at night. I said, really, it's Kathy, would you like to talk to her? And, but again, she has done a great job, and it's been a great partnership. And, so please, Mayor Sheen.
Thanks. Thank you so much, County Executive, and to Dr. Whalen and the entire County Health Department. I think that the message that we need to send out to our community is very clear and very simple. We've learned a lot since those early days. And what we have learned is that masks work, social distancing works, washing your hands works, and contact tracing works. When you speak to somebody who tests positive and you're able to identify the individuals that they had close contact with, we can stop the spread of what is a deadly disease for some of the people who contract it. And so we have to continue our vigilance. And I know it's hard, and I know it's tiring, and I know we're getting close to Thanksgiving, and I know that we want to be with our families. And I also know that we don't want to get one another sick. I know too many people who have had this disease who have gotten very, very, very sick. I know too many families who will be gathering, maybe virtually this Thanksgiving, without a loved one joining them who would be here but for the fact that they contracted COVID. And so I want to send a very simple message. Wear your mask, socially distance, wash your hands. There are two additional messages that we want to make sure that people get. And that is, as the county executive said, cooperate with the contact tracers. It could save a life. And the second thing that I want to urge every family in the city of Albany and in the region to do is, as you welcome your students back home from college, and many colleges are closing down and not going back after Thanksgiving, they're going to close down and go back after the holiday season. Please, please, please have your college student get tested and follow the protocols that the state has laid out. They should get tested before they come home, they should quarantine, and they should get tested when they're home. We do not want college students coming back into the community, and they don't want to come back into the community, infecting their parents, their grandparents, and other loved ones that they may be seeing over this holiday season. So it's really important that we all come together to ensure that that happens. And with respect to how much longer, right? We're here at this event where you're going to hear more about what this community is coming together to do for people for the holidays. The county executive and I are going to be meeting over the next few weeks with many of the food providers in the region so that we can ensure that we're set up for winter food distribution. It's one thing to do food distributions in parking lots when the sun is shining like this, but this is the Northeast, and so we know that it will soon be snowing. So we want to make sure that we have places to be able to continue to do that. We're here with the community. We are going to be here with you. We're going to ensure, with the help of the thousands of people who've come out and volunteered, with the help of this community that has come together in a really, really impressive way, we're going to make sure that we're here through this winter season for our families. So thank you, and thank you to the county for all that you're doing to help ensure that we're keeping people safe.
Thank you, Minister.
Thank you, Mayor Sheehan and County Executive McCoy. I'm Dr. Liza Whalen. I'm the Albany County Health Commissioner, and I'm here today to continue the important message to the public. We are starting to see an uptick of cases. This is a concern. This is what we have been concerned about for months. I ask all of you to discuss with your family, your friends, spread the message that this is the time we need to be vigilant, we need to be careful. This involves doubling down on the activities that we have discussed since day one of this pandemic, which include wearing masks, socially distancing, avoiding large gatherings, washing your hands, and really just being aware of the risk. We're entering into the holiday season, we're entering into the flu season. We are starting to see more cases, we are starting to see more severe cases. As our hospital numbers start to uptick, we become concerned with surge capacity for our hospitals. We are in a very critical period right now, which will determine what happens in the coming days, weeks, and months. We talk a lot about the work that my department does with contact tracing, placing individuals on isolation and quarantine. And I again want to reinforce the importance of those measures. Someone from the public yesterday sent me an email and said, quarantine is draconian. It is a very severe measure, and why are you doing it? So I'll explain why quarantine, which is an essential public health strategy, is necessary. COVID-19 is a serious virus. It affects people not only in the pulmonary or lungs, but it affects them throughout their bodies. We have people that have become critically ill. We have many county residents that unfortunately have died. The reason we quarantine individuals, which again, quarantine is taking those that are exposed, not sick, and telling them to limit their movement and stay home to avoid exposures to others for a period of 14 days. Why do we do that? We do that because 14 days is the incubation period of the virus. When you have been exposed, you may develop symptoms within a 14-day period. When, during that 14-day period, will you begin to develop symptoms if you contract the virus? We don't know. And most importantly, we know that individuals start to spread the virus 2 days before they become symptomatic. So you are spreading virus even if you feel well. So for this reason, the period of quarantine and avoiding exposure to others is critical in reducing the spread of this novel virus that none of us have immunity to unless you've already had it. It is a critical public health practice that will stem this disease spreading in our community. So please, if you receive a call from the health department, Identify the people that you have been in contact with so that they can do what they need to do to prevent spread. And if you have been advised by the health department to quarantine, follow that advice as if someone that you love's life depends upon it, because it might. We are now really looking at numbers that we haven't seen since the spring, and we are seeing more spread. So we are seeing more close contacts of people getting infected. This is a new virus. We are learning more about it every day in terms of its behavior, in terms of its communicability, in terms of how it's evolving. We are learning with the public, with real-time information, and we are giving you the best evidence-based strategies that we in public health have to be able to contain this virus. So please follow this advice. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Whalen, as always, and not used to the glasses with the mask. So again, we're in this together. We have to work together, and we'll get through this together. Please be part of the solution, not part of the problem. And it's easy to be a Monday morning quarterback. We're living this, and we need to be together as a community. And that's what I love about Albany County and the Capital District and the state of New York. We are at our best when we get knocked down, and let's shine, get through this together, and work together to find solutions to the issue. And that's why I can't thank Mayor Sheehan enough for her partnership, working together to get this done with our health department and everyone else. But please remember, there's a variety of places you can go and get tested. We know where they're all at, so you have the numbers. But the one I'm not going to skip out on is the mental health. Please, we established that the second day. It's available 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. The number for that is 518-269-6634. Again, people handle stress differently, and you got to remember that. You might handle it better than the person next to you, and I will continue to say this. You got to be patient with a lot of people because it's different. The world's different. In the college experience, high school, elementary, junior school, everything. The workplace is different, and it's going to be different for next foreseeable future. So please hang in there, work together.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Gunnery Sergeant Albert Roman. I'm the Toys for Tots coordinator for the Capital Region. Thank you for everyone that's coming out to support the 2020 Toys for Tots campaign. Today is a special day. I love to say that this is a new initiative that partnering up with Duncan and the Albany County exec and his team, and going out and showing the community how well we can come up with new ideas so that we can support these kids on Christmas Day. That's what it's about. It's about kids, community, and the community coming together and really making a difference. If you can't make it out here today, we're gonna be here on the 14th as well. Every toy counts. This year, the challenges because of COVID are huge. We need to go and show the community that as we come together, these kids will have a better Christmas. We owe that to them. This is what we talk about day after day, year after year, showing these kids that there's a better tomorrow. We are passionate about being successful. Marines don't fail. But it's not about Marines anymore. It's about the community coming together and overcoming these obstacles. This is what the Capital Region's about. This is why I love our community. And on Christmas Day, we will reach over 200,000 kids because we are not gonna fail, and that's because we need you. We're going to be here all day until 4 o'clock. We're going to be here on the 14th, and we need to push all throughout the season. We're collecting toys all the way until December 21st. We need all the support we can get on volunteering. We have another initiative. It's not just collecting, but it's also being able to sort, bag, and tag the toys to get them ready for distribution. So once again, I want to thank everybody for showing the support. Show the world what the Capital Region is. It doesn't matter who we are, what we're doing. It's people coming together for the right reasons at the right time for these kids. And again, I'm blessed to have the Duncan partners and the Albany team here, and I'm really privileged to have them on my support. So thank you, everybody. I want to introduce Dan McCoy.
What more can you say? So Gunny Sergeant, thank you to you, United States Marine Corps, for doing this every year, regardless. And I have to take him to his words. And I hate to admit this on camera. The fact that he is true, the Marine Corps will not fail. They will make sure that they get all the toys they need for these children. And what better partnership with Dunkin' Donuts and everyone else that's involved. Dunkin' Donuts giving a $5 gift card and miniature donuts for dropping off a toy. Please, by all means, come on out today. It's gorgeous. Get in your car, take a ride. And look, this is going to have an impact. And talking about impact, this is one of the things that Mayor Sheehan and I have talked about. And I'm glad the mayor's here to say a few words too, because, you know, it is about coming together as a community and giving a little bit. And it's tougher because Gunny said this before, the people that gave before can't give now. They might be the ones that need to receive. What better way of taking care of the people that have taken care of people before? So to everyone involved, and I don't want to miss anybody, I can't thank you enough for doing this. It makes a difference. It's going to make a difference with this COVID-19 going on, people being depressed, and who wants to wake up on Christmas morning and not have anything to look at? So please, again, do this, help us out, do the right thing. And one of the things that has broken my heart is when you got an 8-year-old kid and they're just looking for forks and knives, plates, a blanket, not even a toy. Think about that. Imagine if your 8-year-old said to you, hey, I don't want that next Nintendo game or whatever they're using now, and I just want a plate to eat my food off. Think about that. Just take time and think about that. But enough said. Mayor Shane, please. Dunkin' Donuts, thank you as always. Great coffee right here.
Okay, so I mean, there's no reason for people not to come down here and donate today. You've got all day to do it. They've got a table full of donuts. I want that job of handing out donuts. You know, they're giving out gift cards. So I'm going to throw down, Dan, I actually showed up here for a different event, so I don't have that toy. But before the end of the day today, I will come back and I'm challenging you. Who else are we going to throw under there? We need to get John McDonald.
Yes.
We need to get Corey Ellis.
Yeah.
And I'm going to throw down on
Pat Fahey.
Yeah. So, you know, let's get them out there and they can tag some more people. Let's get this going. Get some toys out here.
They can't do it today, Mayor. They have next Saturday, same time. Same place.
So no excuse. So I don't know where my chief of staff is, but we're going to blow up Twitter tagging people and getting them out here. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you. I want to give an opportunity to Eric, the field marketing from Dunkin'. Say a few words, please.
Thanks, Vinny. And thank you, everybody, for coming out. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you for County Executive Dan McCoy for hosting us here at the Albany Hockey Arena. We're very proud to be here today from 11 to 4 and support Toys for Tots in the Capital Region. Anybody that comes out and donates that new unwrapped toy, we're going to thank them on their way out with a $5 Dunkin' card for themselves and a 10-pack of Munchkins to treat their family. So, a gift for a gift. Thank you. Sharing the joy this holiday season. And we'll see you out here at the hockey arena. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. And lastly, I just want to say once again, as I always say it every year, we either go big or go home. We're going to make it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it for the kids. Let's get together, tweet, tag somebody, go on Facebook, Instagram, wherever you need to go. Put a picket sign somewhere. We need to bring Christmas to the Capital Region. We're going to do it together. Simplify, happy holidays, and thank you so much for the support.